Hi, Ruan here from the Alice Ideate team. I'm excited to share some of the things we've been working on. In this video, we're going to look at improvements we've made to the Ideate Agent, some new exciting integrations that we support with Asana, Jira, and other platforms, and then finally just touch on some of the workflow improvements in our user interface and what to look forward to. So let's get started. We are working on making Ideate truly agentic, and we will be rolling out different pieces of functionality as they become ready. But to start off, I want to show that the Ideate Agent is now available across the different views in Ideate and no longer just in an individual idea. So you are now able to ask questions across your account. Once you step into a collection, asking ideas around the collection itself, to identify common themes or spot duplicates or help you prioritize. And then as we have had it in an idea itself where you are able to ask questions about the idea. In the idea itself, we've also upgraded some of the functionality that it's a lot more aware of the things that are going on. And so as you step into an idea, you'll see the recommendations on the right here. But moving over into a specific spec, we'll see that the recommendations changes and becomes a lot more contextual and aware of what you have in front of you. It also has an awareness of the underlying contributions. And so asking questions such as, please help me locate something, it will look at the different things that have been added and actually provide you with a link that you can click on, and it will open up to the specific contributions that you are looking at. And so we've added some of these suggestions to show the types of capabilities, but please play around and see what's possible. Number 2, let's look at some of the integrations that we've brought in. So Ideate is incredible at collecting and synthesizing context and then helping to communicate it out. Now, integrations allow us to pull in natively from different platforms and then push it to platforms, whether it's for ticketing purposes or whatever it might be. The set of initial platforms that we are supporting, you can see by opening up your profile and navigating to connected apps, where you'll see the set below. You can click connect to sign into these platforms. So if I click connect on Linear, it will take me to an authorization page saying that Ideate is requesting access, where I can then click authorize, and it will redirect me to a page to say that I've been authorized successfully. And navigating back to the platform, I'll see that that comes through. If I ask Ideate to do something in GitHub, for example, it will also redirect me to login. But let's see some of the functionality that this then allows us. I want to use Jira as an example here. So let's open up the agent and say, create a Jira ticket for this idea and use the overview as the description. Okay, so it will then go and we'll see it call certain tools, and it will go fetch the overview, open up Jira, see where it might be applicable, and it might ask me questions around where to store this, or if there are very clear paths, it should just do it for me automatically. So let's give this a second. Okay, so asking which project should I add this in. So let's say my software team. Okay, so that has created the issue. I should now be able to open this up, and it will take me directly to Jira where the issue has been created, and it has been provided with an overview as well as a link to the original idea, so to close the loop and allow people to step back into that. Now, exactly the same flow can be followed for any of the other types of integrations that we have allowed. Thirdly and finally, just some of the workflow improvements that we've made to the user interface. The first has to do with collections. So just a refresher, ideas can be added to a collection by clicking and saying add to collection, and then either creating a new collection or adding to an existing one. Once it's added, opening up the collection gives this kind of view. And we've brought in the ability to create categories within this. So you can start this off by, let's take this new idea, dragging it into a new category, and then having the ability to give a name for that. So now, and I can then either drag ideas to that or click to move to a category and do that, like open that up. So we've seen different people using this, whether it's for prioritization or assigning to different people or categorizing them, whatever you want, you are able to make changes to this. So that's the first thing within collections itself. But let's open up an idea. And something that we've heard people found quite confusing is the way that contributions open up a completely different page. And so now what we have done is to just bring that in this way, that it's sort of whatever you have clicked, you can see on the right hand side and look at that. If it is your own contribution, you'll be able to continue by just clicking the button down here. If I open up Discovery, I'll see an engagement. I can then see that he has started this session with a single tick. If I open that up, I can review all of the interactions that he had, and I can continue sessions and things like that. That is it for today's video. We look forward to sharing more of the updates that we're going to be pushing out soon. But again, any feedback that you have on how we can make Ideate more useful for you, or if you run into any issues or have any questions, please reach out to us. The easiest way is to provide feedback directly in Ideate, so that we can see exactly what it is that you're working on and how we can help. But you're also welcome to reach out to me directly and set up a call so we can see how we can best support you. Until next time, goodbye.